Welcome back to the Buds in the Box podcast. As you guys know, giveaway details will be in the description below. All you have to do is like, comment, subscribe. Leafs win 3-2. Probably one of the biggest wins of all season. Starting off with Jack Campbell. He has numerous feats in tonight's game. The first one is he takes the number one spot for most consecutive wins as a goalie and beats the Leafs franchise record. He now owns it. And he ties the NHL record for most consecutive wins by a goalie to start the season, tying Carey Price. And the final thing, overall as a team, the Toronto Maple Leafs regain their spot in first place after the Avalanche lose to, who was it, the Minnesota Wild?
Yes.
Yeah, so they now have 57 points and lead the league. I mean, unbelievable night. What do you guys think about Jack Campbell's performance?
Go ahead, Felly.
I thought it was great. I mean, you don't see that too often. I mean, you never see that. I mean, Carey Price was the last person to get, 10 wins consecutively in the NHL. So, that puts him with great company right now. I'm not saying that he's, Carey Price level or anything, but he's had 10 straight games where he's been unbelievable and, was able to pull out a win. So, and then this game specifically, I mean, I thought this game, he did what he had to do. And that's something that the Leafs haven't had for a while, is just a goalie that's kind of willing to go all out all the time and just put everything on the line in order to win a game. So
yeah, he's out there willing to get injured for the team every night. I mean, we've seen it a few times this season, but 17 saved shots in the second period, unbelievable. Jude, what are your thoughts on Campbell as a goalie?
I mean, I'm a big JT fan. Felly knows that. I've loved him since he came here. I loved him even before. But I don't know. Campbell's stealing my heart right now. I'm not gonna lie. He's been the goalie we need. He's been everything. Actually, Matthew said after this game, I had the screenshot earlier, but Matthew said it was along the lines of he's just such a great guy, and just the way they talk about this guy, it's just it's like no other person. Yeah, they love Freddie, and yeah, they love Freddie, but it's no comparison to the way they talk about this guy, and he's just lights out, man. There's nothing to it, right?
Just to talk about that for a second, Jude just disappeared. Just to talk about that for a second, basically, that just kind of shows you what an attitude or a personality, how far that can get you, even just in the hockey world. The fact that he is so positive all the time, and he's got such a great personality. At the end of the day, it's helped him in life, probably, most likely, definitely, and it's helped him in hockey because now he's got that attitude, and that's what's helped him. He said
that's the heart of the team.
Yeah, he said all his team, you can see it, all his teammates love him, and that helps the team, and then that makes teammates trust the goalie and whatever, right? So but the fact that his personality and his attitude is so positive, it's that has actually helped him boost his game over time.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah,
as weird as that sounds, but it's a mental thing.
Yeah, and once you see him tapping all his defensemen after every whistle, you can't unsee that. I see it every time. Did I say defensemen? Sorry, D-man, whatever. But Jude, were you gonna say something?
Yeah, I was just gonna say I don't just look up to him as a goalie right now in terms of his play style. I look up to him as a human being. He's an amazing guy. I watched that whole Muzzin interview that you sent, Felly, and that's just a whole laugh.
It's so funny. Wait, can we recite it for a second?
Yeah.
Muzzin goes. Muzzin goes. Oh, my biggest pet peeve is when someone's in the left lane and they have their blinker on and they don't turn, and Campbell goes, "Oh, sugar." It was so funny.
Yeah,
just the way he said it, he was like, "Oh, sugar."
Yeah, they did a little segment on him today, and all you heard was him go, "Oh yeah, buds. Oh yeah, buds, buds."
Yeah, he always says
So,
Yeah, I
buds.
saw
Yeah,
that.
I
I
think
saw
I think
that.
he was
Yeah.
talking about our podcast, but
Oh,
regardless,
Yeah, he was saying buds.
He's
Yeah.
just so
Talking about-
supportive, right? He's got that positive mindset, and that's just it's game changing for him right now. And
Yeah,
hopefully, it keeps up.
we should try and get him on the podcast. Maybe that would be really fun.
Imagine.
Yeah.
That would be yeah.
Getting into the game before the game even started, William Nylander out from close contact with a potential COVID person. I don't know how to word that, but that's
He
the
was
best we'll get.
out because of close contact COVID protocols.
Yes. thank
Doesn't
you
mean he
for
has
correcting.
COVID. It just means he had a possibility of being in close contact
Yeah,
with
and
someone who
Rather
did
be
have
safe than
COVID.
sorry.
what?
Rather be
Yes.
safe than sorry right now.
Exactly. And the reason he was actually skating on practice today, but the reason
I'm
the
sure.
team's allowed to play is because he was non-contagious at the time, so everyone's allowed to play.
Well, he doesn't have. I mean, as of right now, I'm sure he'll get a couple tests and he'll be able to play in the next game
For
So,
sure. Yeah.
If he tests negative, if not, all the Leafs are gonna have an issue here.
Yeah.
And
So
getting into the first period, new theme for the Leafs is scoring the first minute. It's happened the past couple of games, and I'm not gonna lie, I don't mind it at all. First minute in, Matthews scores a really great goal from Mikheyev and Hyman. Matthews just on a roll, like back to his play style and goal scoring ability. Before he got his wrist injury. Unfortunately though, excuse me. Unfortunately though, this time,
you're excused.
thank you. Montreal scored a minute later. Corey Perry. I mean, that was just an awful defensive breakdown by the Leafs. Left Perry all alone with a nice pass from Suzuki, and then he just had like you said, Jude. You texted. He had like 15 minutes in our end.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. I mean,
I mean-
I think it was just it was the way he made the play in that sense is the way he just stick handled and he glided the entire time. He had a semi breakaway there, and he had all the time in the world to do whatever he wanted. He froze Jack 3 times, and then he slid it 5-0. But I just wanted
Well,
to
the guy's like 100 years old, so he can't skate very well.
no, he got 2 on us. So
But at that point of the game, I mean, I was thinking, oh, this is going to be a wide open game. This
yeah.
is going to be a
High
high
scoring.
scoring, wide open game. Even with Campbell and net, it just feels like it's going to be that sort of game, especially because they don't have Price, right?
Yeah.
So immediately I was like, okay, yeah, here we go, right? Buckle
but-
in. But
it was a
shots,
goalie show
3
tonight.
goals.
yeah, and then it turned out to be, I think they both goalies woke up after the first shot.
Yeah, exactly. The
And
rest
then,
of the period, there wasn't very many things, but the Leafs did get a 5-on-3 for about a minute, and they continued
Abysmal.
to show their power play struggle.
Absolutely terrible. It was so bad. Like they
Yeah.
can't even get in. They
couldn't
can't even get into the zone. It's like
Yeah,
it's
and
so
if they
hard to
do, it's
watch.
right back out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Second period, a little bit of a more boring period, and I say boring because the third period, unbelievable entertainment value right there.
Yeah.
But the Leafs got off to a slow start. The Canadiens had all the momentum. They had 17 shots in the second period, and Campbell saved all 17 of them. So why is it echoing?
That was his period. That was Campbell's period.
Yeah. Another thing that I noted was Marner hasn't been himself lately. He had 1 assist, but I think he was pointless in the past 2 games. Would you guys say?
I don't know if that's. I mean, if you're saying that's accurate, then
I think
that's
so.
weird. But I think actually he did get an assist on one of Matthews' goals.
Tonight, yeah.
No, like last game or
Oh yeah, you're probably right.
with him and Hyman both got assists, I think. But
Okay.
either way, yeah, I mean, he's been a little bit less noticeable, but
Well, compared to the play he had at the start of the year.
I mean,
yeah,
it wasn't like a big showing tonight. Like it wasn't like okay, yeah, tonight was Galchenyuk's night. Like tonight was this person. Like tonight was Tavares' night. He just
Tonight was Campbell's night.
Yeah, exactly. But Tavares was just throwing it on net and was just not getting bounces. But,
Oh yeah, let me tell you how many times I almost pulled out my hair because Tavares gets a semi breakaway and he misses the puck. He shoots it right at the pads, and I had him for Timmy's. So
I had Hyman.
oh lucky.
my Timmies didn't work today, so.
Oh, okay.
Oh
Leafs
shoot!
continue
One
to
second.
okay.
You
All
guys
right.
keep talking.
All right. Leafs continue to struggle offensively. I
Shiloh.
mean, they haven't completed a game where they've played all three periods, which it could be a concern. But I mean, as long as they're winning and as long as their 5-on-5 play is good,
You're good.
there's no really complaints. Montreal, though, they had the momentum going into the third period. They had a lot of pressure at the end of the second period, which I thought was going to lead to the third period. But I don't know what Sheldon Keefe said. He must have said something
Doing
because
something right.
yeah, it lit a fire under their ass. The Leafs came out on top, or Leafs came out on fire actually, and a lot better. I wrote that down. 2 minutes later, Brodie, TJ Brodie, scores his first goal as a Leaf. I jumped out of my seats. I was so happy.
And
Engvall and Simmons with a great play. And I mean, what's your guys' opinion on it?
I knew some. What is it? Is it uh Barber?
Barabanov.
Barabanov?
Barabanov. Thank you. Barabanov. That was his first NHL career point, and that was Brodie's first Leaf goal. So it's a big milestone night for the two. So that's pretty big. But Felly, what do you think of it?
Yeah. Eric has a earlier stream, or like his stream is a bit ahead of the one I watch at home and the one I was watching today
Oh yeah.
for some reason. So I forgot to mute the conversation, and all I see is Brodie in all caps right before the goal, and I was like, oh, Brodie's about to score.
Yeah.
And then
well,
yeah.
Eric was watching the live game on like channel TV.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was too, but for some reason,
I was delayed.
Eric's TV or like whatever channel picks up better than my service or whatever does. So
Got
every
it.
time I gotta mute my notifications every game. So
I go do not disturb.
yeah, so but whatever. But no, it was a nice goal. I mean, that's what happens when you like go to the net. You know, we say that all the time, but
Yeah, he's
good
been
things
really
happen when you're in that area. You'll get bounces, and he's doing so much right all the time that it's bound to be in the right spot at the right time at some point, right?
yeah. He's been very involved offensively, which I find surprising since
Yeah.
he's partners with Morgan
Yeah.
Riley, but looks like it paid off. And I mean, we're winning, so I don't mind it.
Well, you know, they're that's an amazing pairing. As much as, you know, people probably would have loved to see, obviously it was pretty impossible, but in the off season, people would have loved to see something like Pietrangelo and Riley as a pairing if the Leafs were to actually get Pietrangelo. But at the end of the day, that wouldn't have worked. When you really look at it, you look into it, I mean,
Well, we don't
that
know
wouldn't
right
have
now.
worked because they're both offensive defensemen. And yeah, Pietrangelo's more of a two-way kind of, but he's still offensive. And Brodie's the perfect fit. It's like a perfect puzzle piece. Exactly what the Leafs needed. Perfect pickup by Dubas.
Yeah.
And that just reminds me something about Dubas. We got a comment on our last video. Oh, what was his name, Eric? Do you remember?
It was like Cole Tucker or something.
Anyway, so he pretty much like analyzed a lot about Dubas and what he did in Sioux in the OHL and how he picked up Campbell. So I mean, Dubas is, you know, he's like, you know, he's no shabby GM. So I think people have to have a little more faith in him because I mean, a team is in first place right now, so in the entire league. So you know, you got to look at it like that.
Yeah, and he's a Brock alum, so
Exactly, he's Brock alumni,
yeah.
same program and everything.
Yeah. Not even 30 seconds later, Matthews absolutely robbed by Allen. Allen played amazing, but this was one of his highlight saves. Marner
That was
missed
a
a
series
chance.
of saves. It wasn't just the Matthews.
Oh
save.
yeah, yeah. The Leafs really put the pressure on. Back and forth game. Montreal put some pressure on as well, but in the end, Toronto got the next goal. 10 minutes in, Hyman from Matthews and Marner. Like this goal, I just can't stress it enough. Matthews is so good defensively now. He's winning those battles defensively. He won the battle in the neutral zone, got it up to Marner, back to Matthews, shot it on net, and Hyman cleaned up the rebound just like he always does. And it's just a perfect, like, I love that line so much. They're so good.
Yeah, that was a perfect play by Matthews. He brought it all the way up the ice from the goal line, kicks it out to Marner, and then just drives through the middle. And Marner's gonna find him because Marner is
Marner's Marner.
literally like
But
one
he's
of the
the
best
best passer on this team, no
well,
Yeah.
doubt.
on the team. I mean, in the league, like he's close. If he's not the best, he's second or third. But yeah, so obviously he's gonna find Matthews' stick. Matthews puts it on net. It gets stopped, but guess who's there to clean it up? Hyman, right? So that's Hyman's 13th goal of the season, which is unbelievable. Second on the Leafs, I think.
Yeah.
I don't think Nylander might have. Does Nylander have more than him?
I don't think so.
But so yeah, I think he's second goal scorer on the Leafs right now. If I'm making a mistake, don't be mad. But um, you know, that's pretty amazing for Hyman. What he's become in the NHL is unbelievable. Like he's got 13 goals right now in just like under 40 games. So like or 40 games. So that's really, really good.
Yeah, exactly.
Sure.
And he can play penalty kill. He's so versatile.
He does everything.
Yeah.
So, $5 million next year.
Yeah.
See
And
you in Toronto.
speaking of the penalty kill, the Leafs actually, their penalty kill, I'd say, this is what I wrote down. Penalty kill taking over as the highlight of the special teams.
Yeah, the penalty kill for the Leafs is a complete momentum shift.
Yeah.
Like it hasn't been like that. It just seems like the penalty kill and power play are never clicking at the same time. It's one or the other.
Yeah.
Beginning of the season, power play was amazing. Penalty kill, not great. Now, penalty kill is amazing, gives us momentum every single time. Honestly, like when there's a penalty against, I'm obviously like, oh, that sucks. But at the same time, like if they kill this off, it's a complete momentum shifter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, and they've killed the last, what is it? Not 15, 16,
I don't know the
uh,
exact stat.
something like that. But like, yeah, I think the penalty kill has just been unreal.
Yeah, well, no doubt. Well, when you put I like the macros in it, you have Campbell making big saves during it. You have the defense blocking shots and the forwards, and then you have Mikheyev and Spezza or whoever with their speed and Muzzin at the end of the game when he was dumping them out. That was during the Muzzin and his dumps were nuts this game. Like he was just
Wasn't
finding.
awesome dumps, eh?
He's
the best dumper.
He's an amazing penalty killer, and so is Hole.
Yeah.
They don't get a lot of credit for that kind of stuff. They
What's that,
definitely
Jude?
get what?
Specifically this game, they were great.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I think.
they don't get a lot of credit from like the media or fans or whatever, but they probably do from coaches and teammates. But
Sure.
when you look in depth at games and they make some really, really big plays on penalty kills under the goal line.
Yeah.
Just in regular gameplay, like Hole and Muzzin had a bit of a weird dry spell on that 5-game losing streak.
Yeah.
A lot of the goals were their fault, but they really, really, really made up for it.
Yeah.
Yeah. And
They
they've been so
really,
good at the start too.
they were amazing to start the year and they went on a but the thing is, like, at the end of the day, it's just like, it's so nice to see that Keith and the management and whatever, they believed in them and didn't switch it up, right? It's like these guys, they were playing so amazing. They're going to come back. Like if they could do it once, they're going to do it again. And they've been doing it.
Yeah.
And, that's a perfect playoff pairing.
Exactly. And
That's how you win playoff series, with a pairing like that.
Yeah. And that's where the heart comes into play, right? With a Campbell thing. Clearly Campbell and Muzzin have something. And on that note, Campbell was injured during that time. So you never know.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, it's so weird because that's the thing when someone's injured, right? They're not in and around the locker room, especially with COVID going on, right? So during that time, Campbell's injured. He's coming late. He's in the press box, right? He's not really around the team. So
He must just be a ball of energy.
It's just like
Yeah.
it's like I think you guys know firsthand when there's someone on a team that is like energetic and positive and outgoing and cares for everyone on the team, it makes you want to play better. It just does. And
Yeah.
sometimes you have to be that guy. I know Eric's definitely been that guy. Jude's definitely been that guy. I think I've been that guy. You know, you got to walk into the dressing room, cheer up your teammates, make sure everyone's ready for the game, you know, and teams play better when everyone's feeling good and like, you know, having fun, right? And that's what Campbell does. He has fun. So
Yeah, and just to expand on that point, I think the best way to describe it is by an example. You saw at the end of the game, I mean, Corey Perry did score with 2 minutes left, but I mean, Jack Campbell made an amazing save. He just couldn't cover the rebound in time. Those goals are going to happen, especially 6-on-5. But after that, the Montreal Canadiens were taking as many shots as they could, blocked.
Hyman was nuts there. That
Yeah.
was
Oh yeah.
see, that's the thing. Sorry, go ahead, Eric.
Yeah, I was just gonna say, I'll summarize it quickly. They want to win for him. They are winning for him. They're winning for a streak. That's all they want. And I mean, that perfectly sums up the way you described Campbell.
I mean, they want to win games, obviously, and
Yeah.
they want to. It's easier to want to win games when you want to win for everyone on the team. And I'm sure they love Anderson. I'm sure they do. And I know that they're a tight knit group because you can see videos, you can see when they're on the ice, whatever. But it's different. I'm sure they love Anderson. I know they love Anderson. Anderson's an amazing guy for sure. But it's different. It's a different thing. It's a different feeling when, you know, it's someone like that. And and just again, the versatility of Hyman is unbelievable.
Yeah.
Blocking that shots like that, Marner too. And Marner's done it in big scenarios before. In that Boston series in 2019, he blocked some big shots at the end of games to win. So, like, Hyman scores an amazing goal and then goes out and blocks 2 shots to win a game. Like, that's the type of guy that you need. That's, like, once again, in order to win a playoff series, because the Leafs haven't been able to do that since 2002 or whatever it is, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, it seems like a perfectly gelled team at the moment.
Yeah.
Knock on wood, you know, whatever, but everyone seems to be fitting in perfectly to their roles.
Mm-hmm. Jude, any last comments?
No, that wraps it up there. Actually, did you guys see Marner singing to Campbell at the end of the game? Just kind of just goes to show. I don't know if you guys.
I didn't see that.
They were singing the "Get It Right Back to Where It's Coming," that song.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah. Well, I guess
funny.
that does it then. We'll wrap it up here. Thank you guys for watching. We really appreciate it. If you're on YouTube, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. And if you're listening on Spotify, thank you for listening. We'll see you guys next time. This has been the Buds in the Box. Bye for now.